Minasan, mata yokoso, arigato. Welcome back to you all, and thank you for being here today. Fuji Speedway, All Japan Sport Prototype Championship, Season 1, Episode 8 out of 8, and finally, we are going to give a final episode, a final chapter to this theme that we raced together for more than 1 year up to this point. And absolutely my pleasure to have you here and to come back to our community channel iKeysRacing, hoping to never leave it for months like happened recently. And I apologize for this, but at least I'm here with you on a special venue that will close an 8 chapters long season back in the period between the beginning of the 80s and the beginning of the 90s, where Group C cars, sports prototypes, were dominating the Japanese scene, even if it was for a decade, not more, because then with the demise of Group C and the World Sportscar Championship, unluckily, everything folded and we had to wait until the comeback of the WEC World Endurance Championship to see special cars, special prototypes, special GTs running together again for a world title on this incredible racetrack that was built in the 60s to actually help develop and support Japanese cars with a sort of agreement with NASCAR category family. And so initially the pool of investors that were here on the Fuji venue to build something special were thinking about a 4 kilometers oval. But as often happens, money ended up to be not enough, and just the first corner was a real oval banked, and the rest of the track has been built, allow me to say, as a consequence of money running out. A change of properties with Mitsubishi Estate investing into this venue up to the year 2000, when Toyota applied to purchase this track, becoming also the home for Toyota brand car manufacturer. Today we are going to race in the 1990 version that is available thanks to the incredible guys named Virtual Le Mans Group that built this track, the Circuit de la Sarthe of Le Mans, the Sebring venue for the 12 hours, and Mid-Ohio, for example, will race together with the sports car 100 minutes theme. So really something very special, something very accurate into every aspect. And we are going to do it in one of the last changes for the track before the arrival of the modern version. And to do it, we are going to race around for 1 hour, simulating 6 times more, a 6 hours proper race, with a beautiful lady that I'm going to present you in a couple of seconds. But again, welcome back on iKeysRacing. Minasan mata yokoso. iKeysRacing. Arigato. Thank you very much to you all for being still here. The lady used for today's race together will be the Nissan R90C, that was a platform used for Group C racing cars built in 1990 by Nissan Motors for competition in the World Sportscar Championship based in Europe and the All Japan Sports Prototype Championship, obviously based in Japan. The car was based on the basic R90C platform that would compete until 1993, before Nissan chose to withdraw from sports car racing, not returning until 1997. It won 3 Japan Sports Prototype Championships and several significant endurance races during its career. Mechanically, the R90C shared much with their predecessor, the R89C. Most of the chassis construction was the same, as well as the mechanical layout. The engine, a Nissan VRH35Z 3.5-liter twin-turbo V8 that debuted in the R89C, was successfully kept as a part of the R90C design. Although mechanically similar, the cars were nearly all new constructions. Chassis builder Lola Cars International termed the cars T90/10, succeeding the T89/10. The choice for this car was because it wasn't the last used by Nissan, considering that following this R90C there was then the R91 and R92, before the arrival of the never raced properly NP35 model. But mainly this was a sort of fil rouge, trait d'union in French, between the last Nissans raced for the All Japan Sports Prototype Championship, 24 Hours of Le Mans and so on, with the previous Electramotive Nissan raced in the IMSA GTP category that all won at the end of the 80s, but still was a Nissan engine powered turbo engine capable to beat Porsches, Mazdas and so on, but was never meant to race in Japan or in Europe. This model was also, as a platform, very famous for the stunning pole position made by Marc Blandel for the 1990 24 Hours of Le Mans edition, where you can still nowadays see and watch on YouTube the incredible effort by Marc Blandel while racing this car at the limit, back when turbo technology allowed to have something like 1000 horsepower available for cars slightly heavier than a Formula 1 car. So the challenge today is for this car to be raced to the limit, possibly, maybe achieving some points for the championship, and to help actually Nissan brand to maybe fight for the final victory of this short 8 races championship we have faced together since the last year. So maybe it's time to go on track and actually try this incredible monster that still was there with all the possible technical choices almost free before the arrival of the unluckily mandatory V10 naturally aspirated engine that finally destroyed, unluckily for all of us, the Group C format and the IMSA GTP format that stays with us not only in video games but also watching all the old videos available on YouTube, and it's a suggestion I would give to you as a leftover of this last episode, this theme, because I've never been so entertained like with the old races, the old battles between Jackie Hicks, Derek Bell, all the great Japanese drivers together with European and American drivers back then, fighting on the Japanese soil, but not only, because if we cross the ocean, the Pacific one, with not only the fantasy but all the material, the video material still available for free on YouTube, you may assist at something very special, something very incredible from a pure fight point of view, with monsters that were not assisted by ABS, by power steering, by a simple and magical couple of pedals behind the wheel, because it was all manual gearing, and so on, with tons of downforce, thousands of horsepower, and drivers that had guts big like the Empire State Building. So let's go on track and let's enjoy the last episode of the All Japan Sports Prototype Championship here on our iKeysRacing channel community, to close a chapter, maybe lasted for 8 races, free up some space for something else in the future. Welcome back on iKeysRacing. Sorry for the latency of the last period, and see you on track. Before the qualifying session, this is the car setup for the race, as well for the qualification. I just go down in what is the number of laps on board that should be enough to qualify the car in a proper way. I also accelerate the time. You can have a look to page 1 and page 2. That's it. Strangely, from the usual Marco iKeysRacing attitude, this time I must say thank you to a YouTuber that I'm forgetting the name that has, but it's on screen, because he published a video that I've watched a few days ago, absolutely, in my opinion, stunning, on explaining some fine-tuning of virtual games, virtual races. And I have found very useful the explanation, especially here on the Fuji, because maybe the type of tracks, because maybe the type of car, I don't know, but strangely enough, from the usual attitude I have, I'm not hammering the front end with the maximum level of bumpers and rebounders, but just half of what they can do. Maximum spring rate, yes, to possibly go down with the front end and so have a more peaky car. For the qualification, I can try a lap also with 7 cm instead of 9 ride height. The rear end has become not the softest or the most soft possible choices, but at least 60 Newton per millimeter spring load, let me call it so, but especially bumpers and rebounders that usually are at 0 or at the minimum 1. This time are fine-tuned to 11 at the rear, sort of front end like, but a bit less. This solution has counterbalanced the oversteering attitude of the car. It never happened to me. It was maybe a pure coincidence watching the video before of this great and nice YouTuber you see on screen. And sorry for my dyslexia that makes me forget very easily names and faces, and or well, name associated to faces, and it came up very useful, despite not being in the search for, but luckily helped me a bit to drive more in a consistent way. So thank you very much, and to the YouTuber that published this video, and not only, have a look to his channel. He's a great guy, very nice, very calm, very well prepared, I must say, for sure much more than me. And that's it, let's go on track. Let's go also to have a look at the timing. The majority of cars should have completed at least a lap. Consider also that original lap times here were around 120-ish, so let me see if... yeah, I would say we are there, and I'm happy to see that in 1.5 seconds there are plenty of cars like it was back then, especially at the Sugo 91 or 92 edition of the All Japan Sports Prototype Championship. Maybe it was 92 or 91. there was the arrival of what was the couple of Jaguars XJR14 that had a sort of prize to have won the championship in Europe with the World Sportscar Championship, and the gift was to race also in the All Japan Sports Prototype Championship. So really something, let me say, special for Teo Fabi and so on back then. And this is the reason why we have Gary Brabham and Teo Fabi with the first Jaguar, and as well Jeff Krosnoff and Mauro Martini on the other one. My possible fight is against the other Nissans, so another year, another equipe, Krosnoff, Volker Widler on the Nissan R91 CK could be a benchmark, as well as maybe, yes, I would keep that, and then maybe the comparison with the Nissan MP35 will be a bit guessed, I would say, more a bet than anything else, not scientific, because there was never the comparison on the same track, same lap time of the two cars, the R90 chassis base and the MP35, or maybe yes, but in this moment I'm not remembering it properly. So anyway, as said, the garage is completely perfectly fine-tuned as well. Let's go on track with 5 laps in the tank, and let's see what I can do after, I would say, almost 3 months not playing my favorite video game, that is Power and Glory, built up on the base of GTR2 by SimBin. Fingers crossed and wish me luck. So welcome on board. 20 minutes left. Here is the car cockpit of the R90 C model. I was stupidly saying CK like the Porsche, the 956, 962, I don't remember, whatever. Let's go on track. Absolutely stunning to be driven. It's a monster, a total monster. Very heavy on the steering wheel. You will see a lot of vibrations from the driver point of view. The track is not undecently bumpy, obviously manual gear shifting, clutch to be used, and before unleashing all the power I will warm up tires, someone out. The last corner here at Fuji in this original version is a pain in the neck. Speed in excess of 300k. Trying to avoiding. I'm trying to avoid some flat spot with fresh tires. The rear end had the tendency during offline practice to overheat. When you then arrive on the braking zones, you get a very light front end with this model. I don't know the real power output of this mod, but believe me, I cannot accelerate until rear tires are straight. Well, all the car is straight. But let's try from now onwards. I will shut up and concentrate. What a mistake! Oh, sorry. Completely lost the control, just aero damages, so I can go on. Oops, turn off the engine. Again. I had a fresh set of tires. Let's get rid of some marbles and it's a difficult car to be driven, let alone with me at the wheel. The difficulty increases. Missed the first gear, almost. Difficult also to lift the throttle before changing the gear, a bit anticipated. Nonetheless, the lap time is 1:19, we can do maybe more. Jumping some gears here and there. Touch the grass, retouch the grass, retouch the grass, tires are gone, tires are gone. Let's try the next one with the few amount of liters left. See you on the start finish line. I will coast a bit. I tell you, the race will be a pain in the neck. I will not do 1 hour without mistakes in the last corner. It's crazy. Also lost. Sorry, the breaking point. I destroyed someone else's race. Let's see if I can lift and coast until the next lap. There's a Porsche behind. Lost something in this bad exit. Oh no, 1 second lower, lost the momentum. Late. 121, yes. Believe me, try the mod Group C for GTR2. Try this car, whatever the track, maybe at Le Mans would be even tough. And enjoy a real well reproduction of how difficult those cars were to be driven. Believe it or not, it is really a difficult task. And so let's go in the pit lane, back for a hot cup of tea. Anyway, P13, not bad. I think maybe during race day 118.7 Krosnov-Dietler, 119.1, yes. It's not a drama, I could have improved the lap time without mistakes. Now the best thing to do is really catch a momentum, catch a pace, and possibly stay with the pace for 1 hour. I'm not sure to do it properly, but I will try. So with a timing in P13 of how much? 1 second and a half from 1 second and 7 tenths from the leaders. The more evoluted of the other Nissan R91 CK 1 second point 2, so half a second from anyway what is a better car. To me it's not a drama. Dry conditions for sure helped me to face less troubles than on a wet surface, and I like the battle between the Jaguars, the Porsches in the top 10 positions, if it wasn't for the GTP Nissan R91 CK of Krosnov-Dietler. Hello also from Blue, my Blue Crimson Rosella. So we can save the game, accelerate the second qualifying session if everybody have raced, yes. Let's accelerate it and see you at the end of the second qualifying session that I don't think should destroy what we have seen so far. So maybe we will be P14, P15, but that's it. I mean, my pace without making mistakes is the one you have seen on the Qualy lap. See you there, where the race weekend will consist of 1 hour race as usual. We will free up a changeable possible rainy condition, starting at 12, finishing at 18. We are in the valley of the Fuji mountain, Fuji volcano, and let's say the circuit is in a sort of hole between all the heights around, and the light is between a compromise between latitude and position on the globe and on the terrain. The light goes down very soon, so I did prefer an arrival not by night but almost by the end of the day. A rolling starting grid, as in the tradition of the endurance world. 45 contenders up to available are 60 for what I remember. The Fuji has a lot of space for the pit lane and for the starting grid, but as said, the All Japan Sports Prototype Championship has a selection of cars thanks to my usual BOP, balance of presence. So the most winning teams race by race, the more they win, the more they reduce the number of cars under the same car brand manufacturer. And in this case we have a very strong championship still, with technically and mathematically everybody in the loop to win the title depending on what will happen. We want to help Nissan once more after racing at Okayama, the ex-AIDA Formula 1 GP venue. We did drive the almost never raced Nissan NP35. Here we try a model, a sort of bridge, a sort of glue between the end of the 80s and the beginning of the 90s. And so the selection takes in consideration the current championship that you see on the screen. What else? The realism. It's set up with a custom daylight acceleration, 6 times more than real time. So in 1 hour, 60 minutes, we will race 6 hours, 360 minutes simulated. Double tire wear, double fuel usage. They should combine a sort of 2 pit stop strategy, very aggressive, or 1 pit stop strategy, lifting and coasting, but we will see once we will be on track. So let's go to race. See you there in the cockpit. Okie dokie. P46, because the timing has been reshuffled again. So not anymore the Jaguars on top. Good. And we start from the back. Fine. Okay. Good. We reload the Nissan R90 CK car setup with soft at the front and hard on the rear, hard at the rear, hoping to not overheat everything. Yes, the starting grid has been mixed up, like sometimes happens with the old version of GTR2 game engine. Despite I have updated to the HQ 16th anniversary version, the GTR2 game, on top of which Power and Glory, this game, picks up data benchmark, whatever. For what I see at the end, the bug has been solved on many racetracks, on every racetrack within GTR2 game, but maybe I will need a fresh reinstallment of Power and Glory to actually pick up also this bug solved, because GTR2 with the HQ 16th anniversary mega patch is absolutely stunning. I mean, there are new colors, new type of graphics, high quality 1080p cars on racetracks and so on. And instead, for what I see here, we just have a reshuffled, badly reshuffled starting grid. Okay. Whatever it is, it's okay. At the end, we get it. We start from the back. We will fight. Okay, let's stay within the pack with Jeff Krosnoff and the other Nissan sibling, sister. Ready for a rolling start. It is the most beautiful type of start, I think. Creates a bit of anxiety in my mind, and then it's just unleashing the full power, green flag, and in some way controlling from the back everything that happens, hopefully. Cold tires, frame rate gone. There's some action here, maybe with crashes and touches. The CPU struggles even after 20 years from the publication of this game. A single core produced type of engine software. We try anyway to stay in the pack. Maybe outside, giving a bit of space to the others. Slippery. Touched! From the back. Nothing broken at least. just my mood, my humor. So now I'm really last. Front lights, from here starts a sort of recovery. Maybe we put back a bit of braking action because the rear axle with cold tires is absolutely undrivable. Some smoke here. I see a silhouette of a Mazda Terada Yorino. My goodness, just surviving first lap. Geoff Lees in front with the Toyota, I suppose. At least we are back in the pack. The first stint will be not lose too much ground, considering we are already 30 seconds far from the leadership. Oops, sorry. Shimizu with the Mazda 787 was so slow. There's a crash here. No, some touches here and there. A sort of bottleneck. They are very slow. Someone out. Ooh, bad crash here. We take a bit of advantage. Slipstream, Ansgar Fuchs past. When the pit lane finishes, the exit, pit exit, I start to brake. Second gear to avoid to unleash all the power and make the rear end spin. It is the rear axle that suffers a lot of overheating. Also the braking action can't be too strong because the transfer of weight with this beast is very sensible. I don't want to upset the car. Lee Sogawa defending the position internally. I give up. I'm a bit quicker. Yes. Slipstream. The Porsche of Nissan Reuter, the Kenwood sponsored Pest. I stay internally, I defend the position. Okay, P37. Not a good idea to stay externally, but we can cut and cross the racing line. There was also a touch. Short shifting, saving a bit of fuel. maybe a bit far from the slipstream. Let's see. Bella Redman in front. Yes, we are definitely stronger braking, while braking, apart from spinning and receiving a punch in the face. Well deserved, Marco. Sorry guys, it's a lot of time since my last fierce battle with GTR2 Power and Glory. I feel a bit of rust. But I'm happy to see our braking action stronger than the contenders. Can be a point of advantage while the race will go on. Dead racing line. Car starts to be slippery with tires consuming the fresh window of grip. Here they stopped almost. First slipstream. Takahashi Dickens Pest. Elgratzenberger too far. But we brake much better. Don't touch the curb. I don't know where they are. I don't have a radar. Like in the old good times, someone touching the grass, spitting dust everywhere. Irvine Suzuki on the Toyota, touching with Bella Redman with the red Porsche that now is fighting with Dickens Takahashi that give up the position. We have the space. Come on, Reuter Weaver, sorry. Yes. Stay internally. Good. I'm using the telegraph like used to do Ayrton Senna with the throttle. Cross the line. They're still there. Oops, sorry. Touched the Mazda, broke. The front aero a bit, I suppose. I hope it will not affect the handling. It's already a pain in the neck. Drag this car, there's someone out. A Mazda 787. Again, Reuter Toivonen and the other Porsche. Kenwood sponsor, I don't remember. Now, Bella Redman, our guide today. Past Dickens Takahashi with the Kenwood sponsored, no, Advan sponsored Porsche 962, 956, I don't remember. Lost the correct gearing, bravo Marco. Stay internally, I don't know where they are, the others. Almost out. P29, but what a fatigue. My hands are feeling pain for the force I have to apply to counterbalance the force feedback. I was not used anymore. Let's save a bit of fuel. 48 minutes elapsed. 7 laps coverage, so half of the tank used after 12 minutes. So we will maybe arrive to 24 minutes coverage. 2 pit stops mandatory. I can't cover more, I can't stretch more the stint. A bit of breath. Okay, nobody behind, good. 6 seconds of fresh air. Let's concentrate on Dicken Stakashin and Irvine Ratzenberger. With a slow Asai Okada Advan sponsored Porsche. Almost a dive bomb. Someone behind, but maybe we get the slipstream. Not enough. Too late. Bit wide. We commit internally, yes. Okay, we are in the group for P20, I suppose. Liz Watson, Geoff Liz and John Watson with the Taka Q yellow sponsored Toyota. Someone out. The TS010 of, I don't remember. If they're battling, maybe we can sneak inside, 4 wide, almost. Defend the position and we use the Alpha Porsche of middle, David Sears, fifth middle, David Sears as a coverage. Approaching now the Mazda of Ota Iorino for P20. If we pass these two guys, well, one yes, two. Oof. Not orthodox to use another car as a bumper, and so we deserve to lose back a position. Sorry for the Mazda. I didn't want to affect the current ranking, destroying the race for Mazdas. We have a good traction, a decent top speed, a good braking action, but then we lose at high speed while 1/4 of the race has gone. P21. Ooh. So after 18 minutes, as from strategy, so good, because we should have stopped already in this lap. Instead we avoid it. Another Toyota TS010 out, not good for Toyota. I don't want to risk to unleash all the power, because differently from Porsche, that was, let me say, a turbo used to coexist with the normally aspirated engine. So it was very smooth. This Nissan, when the turbo kicks in, is a pain in the neck. You lose control very easily. It's a good opportunity to pass Gardner Takahashi with the Porsche Black Kenwood sponsored. Now let's go to pass Dumfries Ravaglia, but I've touched the grass. Let's resist internally. My arms, guys. They struggle. They dance on the place. We win the better top speed. We do not concede the slipstream and the draft. Stupid Marco, bad mistake, rookie mistake. P12 because someone has stopped already. sorry to lift at the end of the corner, but it's needed. What are you doing? Cutting. They were entering the pit. I was distracted by I don't even remember by what. Sorry. It's a temporary P7. Bad exit. Yes, you have to be very smooth with all the transitions while tires are starting to give away the grip, especially the left side of the car. Top left corner, you can see the diagram, the graphic. With the slim rectangles reproducing the grip available. When you become yellow and red, you start to slip like driving on a soap surface. Nonetheless, you are easily passing Rafael Ratzenberger. I was joking, not with this grip. Marco lost 2 positions and touched by who? Gardner Takahashi. Thank you. Anyone else? They don't care. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. P8. Sorry for the temporary stupid moment of myself falling in the trap of some careless car. The grip is gone, definitely. Let's resist 1 lap more, maybe 2. And Gardner Takahashi are going to the pit, into the pit. Remember the grip, Marco. I feel full of rust, definitely. I'm overwhelmed by the effort required to go back at the wheel of a virtual car, and you can see it. Okay, next lap will be mandatory to stop. Sorry for the mistakes. At the top, Brabham Fabi with the Jaguar, Barilla Ludwig Porsche. Let's stay in second gear here to avoid a gear change. Krosnov Martini P3 with the other Jaguar. Listen, if we risk the next lap, maybe with the fuel, we can maybe risk to stretch enough the consumption and not stop till the end. We can do it. I book the next lap, should be enough. It says 0 laps covered, but we are approaching in P5 with 60 liters left, low revs, almost half of the race. If we have been covered by the total amount of fuel up to 31 minutes left, when we will exit when we'll be left maybe 29 minutes race figure. Let's see, P6 with Dumfries Ravaglia, who else? Raffaele Ratzenberger and Helge Ratzenberger in another car pitting now, as well as many others. Could be a key point. At least the car has been saved from a damages point of view so far. I'm half satisfied by myself, given how far in the past has been my last race with Power and Glory on top of GTR2. Sorry for not maybe showing the best performance from myself, but really this is quite something today. P14, then we will not stop anymore. I will try to do it. Come on. No. I have a stop and go. I screwed up for a few kilometers of speed. I don't remember when and how, and which a Mazda out. Not a position regained. So let's be more cautious this time. Okay. The pit limiter is correct. Stupid. P22. Okay, now let's try to go to the end. No mistakes. Saving fuel. Day is coming to an end. You can see the sunset, sorry, the sunrise, yes, the sunset. Some positions, yes, P20. Okay, 26 minutes left. Brabham Fab in the pit, but I think I was one lap down, so we are not going to win this race. There's a minute lost to do the stop and go penalty that is silly got because of my distraction. Also the others are maybe lifting a bit and coasting. Touched, good. Suspension broken. Let's go to the end like this. Let's see if the car stays in one piece or not. 95 seconds to repair a suspension broken is losing everything. Very dangerous, but at this point P19 or last is not anymore an issue. It was almost all perfect until my mistake while entering the pit. Sorry. The only hope is that they will stop at least some of them in front. If it is broken, the front suspension doesn't look a huge issue, but still I'm not pushing over the limits. And Reuter, Widler are at the back. Guys, if you want to pass, pass. 22 minutes left. Not battling actually with the car in front. Touched, but helped in the pass despite being pushed from the back. Two minutes left. Sorry for not avoiding the crash here 2 laps ago. I've tried my best to avoid it, but it was too late. The movement on the right on the grass. The touch has been strong enough, hard enough. To actually destroy at least a bit the suspension. Yes, the front left is gone from a suspension point of view. You can't blink with this car. Go to the website Overtake, back then race department. Tried at least the Group C mod freely available with a decent modern steering wheel equipment. You will build up muscles like I'm doing with myself. Still there. I don't know if in real life it was so hard, maybe more than 6 Newton per meter force applied with your arms and hands to the steering wheel. Also, I have purchased the next level sim rig, the simple one, keeping my office chair. And now the structure is much more stiffer than my desk I was using before. I receive more forces. With this configuration, and I was not used to it anymore. Trying to drive very smoothly to avoid to upset the car. Thank you. Thank you very much. And maybe you have lost the race. Turn off the engine. Come on. The car is damaged over the limit, I suppose. We'll try to drive. Let's see, but the last punch. She's not going straight on a straight. She's not braking straight on a straight. 17 minutes left. Still managing fuel and tires possibly. Nobody at the back. P18. One lap down, bravo and Fabi. Maybe passing now someone in the pit. I'm sorry for being so slow in that passage, but my car is completely broken. Yes, doesn't corner anymore. On the right hand corners, not like before, I mean. Nobody behind. The understeer, guys. We will overheat the top left tire with the broken suspension. 15 minutes to actually resist and survive. P16 outside points, P15 now. The car behind will be quicker. The set of fresh tires already on our left side. Okay, we catch the cop. A guardrail. This is terminal, I think. Yes, also the splitter. Sorry, was undrivable. We did catch at least a pack of cars, but it's time to repair the car, at least try the quickest lap of the race, because there's nothing more that can be done. Okay, in a normal real world, a car like this should have been thrown in the garbage bin. Even the go straight and the steering wheel is a bit on the left. So we repair everything. I do want the maximum Load of fuel. We will run like hell until the end to recover time, but the race is gone. We will not bring points to Nissan, but I will try a last 10 minutes qualifying pace, and we will see how strong will be the fuel consumption, because maybe running like hell will affect everything: tire consumption, fuel consumption, maybe car reliability. We are down to 69%, the 69 bottom right corner, almost in the mid part of the bottom side. I'm happy that with all the punches received today we have saved at least the race, the car, and what will be left will be just quick qualifying lap without mistakes, I hope. I think the strategy was the good one, but as soon as I've entered the pit with too much speed, that was done. Sorry. Takes ages.
Hurry up, we're losing positions. All clear. Go, go, go.
Okay, 11 minutes of qualifying. I will shut up. Nothing to lose. Bravo Marco. sorry, to avoid the Mazda. Don't touch me, thank you. But I was too late. In the braking action, braking point. Obviously the difference in performance between me and the others crawling to the end is absolutely stunning now. Has infinite radius, the last corner of Fuji. 3 minutes to go and half, maybe 3 laps. Best personal 120.1. Not the best lap time of the race. We will then see who has the record. The clutch, badly used. I was meaning infinite changes of radius. Oh my god, what was there? A mega incident. Now we get the record. For a mere P24. If you wonder why I didn't drive so aggressively since the start, it's because we would have needed a better driver, first of all, and more fuel, for sure. One minute to go, 2 laps from the leaders, P24, some retirements. Within the next lap we will gain some positions, already gained. Okay, the maximum grip of tires has gone. Krasnov Martini Jaguar winning the 6 hours of Fuji. We just finished due to my lack of skills on a undecent P20. Just the partial satisfaction of a best lap time. And the pass outside the last corner of the Fuji for a it becomes a P18 out from points. So finally we did it, and despite finishing out from the points area that are distributed as 20, 15, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, so with a P18 we are not gaining any point, helping Nissan to do something better than this. Thanks to my low skills, we are not even the quickest and the best position Nissan, because despite the retirement of Krasnov Widler with the Nissan R91CK, so the model after the one we have driven together, we anyway find ourselves into, let me say, desperate position. One stop and go well deserved for a mistake I did. A second pit stop after crashing because I was in the middle of nowhere and I was not the quickest car around. I must say I hope to play more often this game, because as soon as you leave for a month all the technical mechanism of your hands, mind and whatever you like, you lose performance and constant pace. So each time I hear someone saying that anyway, being a virtual driver is just a game, I would say try it for a month and let me know if it is so easy. And I don't play online because I don't have the time to do it, so, and I don't train myself as often as I would because I don't have enough free time. But anyway, we at least did bring home the Nissan we were driving. With the current classification, Jaguars first and second, absolutely dominating by 1 minute, almost 1 lap, over the Toyota 92 CV of Raffaele Secchia, then the Porsches, the CK6 962 model, Reuter Widler, then Donnelly Herbert with the Porsche 962C, then the first Toyota, the Ansgar Fuchs 92 CV model, Giacomelli Larrauri with the 962 CK6, the Leighton House pale blue colored, Elg Ratzenberger Toyota 92 CV, Barilla Ludwig and Dickens Okada with 2 Porsches, the 956 and the 962. Our direct contender and teammate from a performance point of view, Krosnov Widler finished P12, much better than us. Then myself, together with you, at least with the best lap time of the race, so should also resonate a bit in my mind where the performance was. Other Nissans, apart from P18, well, retired maybe at the beginning of the race. Yes, then NP35 of Jeff Krosnov after just 1 lap. If we go to have a look to the best lap times, we were there by almost a second over the winning Jaguars, but for sure we just pushed the car when it was needed, so at the end of the last 11 minutes for what I remember, and unfortunately the performance was not going to hold together if we had pushed since the start, because the fuel consumption was not strong and good enough to allow us to go like hell from the start until the end. It would have meant 3 pit stops, but at this point, because I did anyway 3 pit stops with also the stop and go I got because I was too quick entering the pit, I would say maybe would have deserved a sort of Michael Schumacher victory in Hungary Formula 1 1998 season, when at the Hungaroring racetrack did 3 pit stops and 4 stints, like if they were just qualifying laps. Maybe could have been something different. And anyway, let me check also when Brabham Fabi did on lap 5 the best lap time, when instead Krosnov Martini recorded it on lap 32. So definitely an occasion, an opportunity lost forever. Sorry, my apologies for this. So going back about the classification, we move from this current classification, so Mazda 126 point as a manufacturer with 1 victory at Tsukuba 6 hours, that was also a first and second position. Nissan 1 point less with a full podium at Okayama Circuit TE Aida first, second and third. We were driving the Nissan MP35 back then. Porsche 4 points far and 3 points far from Nissan, with never a win, but more often than not strong points deserved for an Autopolis second and third position, that then a bit of few points here and there, again on the podium at Motegi, and then second and third at Mine 6 hours in the previous appointment. Then a bit more far in the classification, Jaguar with 3 wins and Toyota with 2 wins, respectively Autopolis and Mine, Toyota instead at Suzuka and Motegi. Now the new classification becomes this one, and with a remarkable turn of events, or is better to say to points gained, Porsche wins despite not scoring a podium, but totaling 25 points here at the Fuji. Jaguar with the first and second placement gets 35 points and goes up in the classification to 134. Mazda, not scoring point in the last two races, loses completely the leadership it had, and Nissan, not scoring points today, also due to my lack of performance, stays with the previous points. So also with a very competitive and not expected performance coming from cars that, like Porsche, never won a single race but was there to scoring points and scoring points and scoring points, at the end clinches at the final race of the season the title of the All Japan Sports Prototype Championship by 13 points over Jaguar, by 21 over Mazda, and by 22 over Nissan. Technically they were few points behind, they were 3 points behind, but with the result of today they incredibly win this fake virtual championship, deserving also maybe the title, considering that they have always scored points but Oyama in the third appointment of the season. Instead, Jaguar, despite being a single car scoring points, maybe with two cars in the full season, would have clinched maybe also the title, because the second car added today was just as a sort of tribute to when Tom Walkinshaw Racing did bring Etsugo to Jaguars to give a prize to their just won World Sportscar Championship in Europe. And sorry for Mazdas and Nissans, but today they were off the pace, I must say, even if previously in the season they showed anyway a bit of performance, especially at Oyama. They were totally dominating. What to say about Toyota? At least the second podium of the season, but very late in the season. The rest has been, let me say, helped by us, for what I remember, in Suzuka, because maybe we have won with the Ratzenberger car. At Tsukuba, I don't remember who was third. At Motegi, we did drive the TS010, I don't remember. Anyway, this is the reality for Toyota. So, as you can see, in 31 points, we had maybe the most competitive season so far seen on iKeysRacing channel, because 5 cars all in the possibility to finally win something. Unluckily, it didn't happen, so congratulations to Porsche and Jaguar for the strong effort in the last race, technically clinching 60 points out of 81 available all alone. So with let me say 10 positions available, they clinched everything. 2 out of 10 were Jaguars, and 5 cars out of 10 were Porsches. So really congratulations to the Stuttgart manufacturer. So the championship for this theme finishes with Porsche in the first position, followed by Jaguar, that could have been the easy winner of this season if at least 2 cars would have been run since the beginning. Mazda having the leadership until the last race, and Nissan having the second placement 1 point far from Mazda, didn't transform the stronger season than Porsche and Jaguar into something better. But still, I've never faced, honestly, in my life, a so competitive and so balanced championship through all the seasons. So maybe the BOP within iKeysRacing, the balance of presence, that brings you points for the win, but the more you win, the less cars you will have racing in the next race, maybe works better than the real BOP. So I'm quite satisfied. If you have a look to all the 8 appointments, you will see race by race how this performance developed. The 2 European brands did beat the three Japanese, non-European Japanese brands. Maybe something that could have been managed differently, I don't know, but I like very much, I don't know you, this BOP, balance of presence, that gives you more cars when you run into difficult races, starting from the next race, and takes back number of cars present if you win too much. It gives at the end, I think, a strong championship, a strong way to combine performances and results. I don't know, but it was a test. It is something I'm using in all the themes of on iKeysRacing channel, on our community. I hope it has kept until the end the possible, let me call it, chance of victory open to everybody. So arigato, and thank you very much for staying here with us, with me. It has been a long journey. I was planning to do just the year 2023 from March to October with this theme. Instead, I did run it in 2 years, given my personal life with lack of free time due to my job. But it has been a pleasure to do it together with you and to finally finish a theme that will open up space for something else in the future, for sure. Maybe with the same formula, maybe with another game, maybe with something else. Not yet decided, maybe we will decide it together, but I can only say grazie, obrigado, arigato, muchas gracias, thank you very much, merci beaucoup, dankeschön, spasiba, and really what a journey together. Sorry for being so lacking of uploading new content, new videos, etc. I hope to do it better as well, as always, in the future to come. So far, so good anyway. One theme finished. Bravo Marco, you did it in 2 years. But thank you very much to you all for everything you did bring in the channel. Company, numbers, likes, views, and free membership. About this, remember to say hello to our friend and companion Ted Meat, wishing to him and to his family the best. And that's it, I would say. Thank you very much again for staying with me and with us. See you in the next appointment with something else. So thank you very much again. Stay very well. Arigato once more and see you very soon. Ciao, grazie. Stay very well.